Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Sip and Sync with Azure. And today we're going to be talking to Hieu. So let me call him up right now. Hi, Hieu.
Hi, Eleanor. Thanks for
So
having me.
it's great to have you on the show. So here you're going to be talking to us about a project that combines the power of Azure Communication Services with OpenAI.
Sure. So I would love to actually talk about this intelligent contact center that takes in text messages, WhatsApp messages, and just be able to handle by both the AI agents as well as the live agents.
Amazing.
So the rough architecture is essentially we are using Azure Communication Service in the center of it all. So you would actually have WhatsApp where you have the customers actually talking to the companies via WhatsApp and be able to ask any question that they like. But in the case where there are questions that cannot be handled by AI, then it would be handed to the contact center live agent. So this is a solution that actually showcase kind of the capability to allow a seamless handoff between AI agents and the real life agents. So the AI agents that we currently have is the customer service agent, or we call it the customer agent. They would be able to handle all of the greetings and all of the uh, customer identifications, what kind of customer they are, and then what kind of policies they are holding. But if there is actually a specific questions around the policies, then it will be handed off to the policy agents that you see in the screen right here. Uh, and in the escalation sort of scenario, then customer agent will identify that and be able to hand it off to a contact center agent where it would establish a WebSocket channel to chat between the live agent and the communication service together with our WhatsApp interface.
I see you're using Semantic Kernel. How does that enhance the solution?
Uh, so with Semantic Kernel, that's essentially a great SDK that we are incorporating to multiple of our product and services. And with Semantic Kernel, it provides like Python and .NET and many other SDK that lets you templatize and be able to bring like experiences with OpenAI and multi-agent quite seamlessly. So in this example, I'll just use like, a semantic kernel in order to handle all the queries and all the intent classifications, and then be able to hand it off to like the relevant agents to handle the query.
That's so cool. So can we see this in action? Could we demonstrate a
Yes,
typical
for
customer
sure.
interaction?
As you can see on my screen, we have this little WhatsApp interface that allows you to actually communicate to Contoso Assist. So that is our verified meta business that is connected to Azure Communication Service. So let's actually start to say, let's say, hi. As you can see, there's a customer service agent that is responding to me. And based on the phone number, if it's actually a registered customer, it can actually tells you who you are and be able to do greetings and welcome you to the chatbot experience. So there's a few things that you can ask this bot, but like a good old help would actually find out what are the capabilities of the bot. So let's see, what can you do? All right, so this is the customer service. I'm your AI insurance assistant, and as you can see, can help with the policy informations. There is account services to view your customer informations. There's also a support options where it can actually connect you with the contact center agent. So here, what you are able to do is, let's say, ask, okay, who am I? If you know about me, right? Okay, I'm Hugh, customer ID, policy numbers, customer type, VIP, all right, and then preferred languages and everything. So as you can see, you can actually hook up to your local databases and be able to surface some of this information to give more context for the contact center to greet the customer. So some of these policies numbers are a bit obscure. I can actually ask like, what are my policies? So there is a response from the policy agent, as you can see. So my current policy is the Premium Life Protection Plus, and there is a comprehensive health shield. And what you would be able to do is also dive further into the policy. Let's say, what is the policy 123, right? So here, the policy agent will be the one that is routed to, and then policy agent will actually respond with the details around that policy Premium Life Protection Plus. So as you can see, there are benefit, exclusion, additional riders, policy period, and everything. So around here, then what you'll be able to see that there is actually a seamless handoff between the customer agent and then for a certain domain or intent that is outside of its scope. For example, about policy, then it's just hand off into the policy agent. So with this architecture, we can actually add any domain-specific agent into the solution and just make customer service to be aware of it, just like you have a reception at your company. So they're aware of like what are the domain business that we have, and they just delegate. So here, those are the some rough capabilities of the AI agent. How about if I connect to a live agent? There's something I want to ask, but like I want to actually talk to a real person. Then what I could do is be able to just say, hey, can I chat to a live agent? So the process is this will be handed off to a contact center agent where the contact center agent will be able to create a chat thread URL using the Azure Communication Service SDK. And as you can see, this is for demo purposes, but in the real implementation, the contact center agents will actually have their own website to log into. So if I were to actually click into this website, you'll be able to see this is a chat portal for the real life agent. So I could actually say, Eleanor, who's going to be my real life agent today. And I just put in, so you can see that there is actually a summary of the of some of the conversations, right? I haven't optimized it, but like some of the summary could be optimized to the last, 10 messages or 20 messages, or you can actually have the contact center agent to ask the customer, hey, what are the topics that you would like to talk about with the live agent? And then upon, providing that subscription, then the contact center agent would actually forward that to the thread, as you can see. So this is the escalated chat for myself as the customer, and then Eleanor just say, hi, Hugh.
Hi, Hugh.
Hey, how can I help you? Right? All right. You see, contact center agent Eleanor saying hi, and then I'll just say, I just want to talk to you, right?
We're already
Yay.
talking.
Okay. So as you can see, this conversation now is already being owned by the contact center agent. no AI agents are going to be responding to it. So the communications here is just seamless. The customer doesn't have to actually leave WhatsApp, but with Azure Communication Service, we're able to link it up the two together and just connect the channels. So there is a way for you to disconnect from that, live chat. You can just say disconnect. And in this way, then it will actually do a confirmation. Thanks for chatting with us. And is there anything else you'd like to do? And then we'll just confirm with something like no or all good or something like that. You can actually say it in your local language. So this is all using OpenAI chat completion. So there's no rigid sort of keyword matching that you need to type exactly like that. So thank you for using our service and have a great day. So here, as you can see, is successfully completed the session with the live chat. And then now it's actually handed off to the customer service. And now I can proceed to say hi again, and they start to greet me again.
That's so cool, especially with the use of OpenAI. Could you talk more about how you're using Azure Communication Services for this project?
For sure. So here, if I go back to the slide, so with Azure Communication Service, we are actually using the WhatsApp integrations as well as the chat SDK in order to accomplish this. With the WhatsApp communications, so it's actually for every WhatsApp notifications, it notifies a service that we call Event Grid. And then Event Grid would actually call one of my APIs, right? That is exposed by API management. So this API is forwarded to Semantic Kernel, and then it will decide which agent will be handling that message from WhatsApp. In the live chat scenario, then the live agent will be responding and receiving messages from the customer. So the messages are kind of forwarded by the contact center agent into the API of the live chat portal. And then the live chat portal, once the live agent actually chats, then it's actually using the chat SDK from Azure Communication Service. And then it will be calling also via Event Grid to another API that is called Contact Center Chat. So I have a API that receiving messages from WhatsApp and an API that receiving messages from the live agent. So essentially with these two, I can actually emulate the communication between the two customer and live agent itself.
That's really cool. So that's around what we have time for today. Is there any last things you want to talk to us about your project?
For sure. So this is a rather exciting project because like we are actually bringing a lot more experience than just like customer support. We are bringing also a relationship manager. So let's say if I have a assigned relationship manager, all of these summaries and actions, etc., would be able to be forwarded to my relationship manager, where the relationship manager can actually schedule a proactive call with the customer to follow up on some of the items. And then what we will be able to also do is because like we have all of these like personalized insights of the customers, we can actually use the same platform for some of the marketing that we can push out. Like I have a new policy, I have a new product. Let's push out some of these personalized recommendations to our customers that are signed up. And you can always have an option for them to subscribe to some of these new things or not via the same WhatsApp channels. So there's no need to install a new app every time that they are subscribed to a product in an enterprise. WhatsApp is the way. And also like we also support Telegram and many others channels if they are using a different text messaging platform, but that's also open to them. But last but not least is we are actually adding a capability into this chatbot that say, hey, I don't want to chat to the AI anymore. Call me. And then there will be a OpenAI, Azure OpenAI real-time API calling the customer on that phone number, and they just communicate with the actual AI. And it's actually belonging to the same entity that is Contoso Assist. So the experience is going to be omni-channels.
Amazing. This is going to be so useful. So for everyone else out there, we're going to have some documentation in the description if you want to learn more about this project. Yep. And thank you, Hieu, for joining us for this episode. And thank you all for joining us. And I hope you all have a wonderful day.
Thanks, Eleanor, for having me.